I own a jewelry manufacturing company, and we manufacture jewelry, rings, beads, bracelets, and we also have a retail portion of that, so manufacturing and also selling directly to the public. I am a current client of Clay Clark, and I actually heard about him from a friend of mine that owns a music business and recommended I try out Clay's monthly services, and so I was referred to actually come to the full show, if you will, and so that's why I decided to make the trip. I actually had a very open mind. I wasn't sure what to expect. I knew what we did from a day-to-day basis with trading as far as search engine optimization and the things that we're doing with Clay on a normal basis, so I wasn't sure at all what this was, and I came with a complete blank slate mind with zero expectations. That said, I learned so much. I'm going to have to go and review all of it, but there were certain things that I took away from this that at first didn't seem applicable to me, and later when I went home last night and started thinking about things I heard, I know that I could make changes in my own business right now that are worth probably scores of thousands of dollars of profit for us that are very simple changes that I would never have thought of if it weren't for coming here and experiencing what others had to say and also what the speakers and guests had to say as well. So it was absolutely worth my time, 100%. I've learned that what I knew to be wrong and what I knew to be problems that I was ignoring or denying about myself, things that I knew needed to be changed are definitely going to be changed now. I think for me, this pushed me over the edge of it's time to shit or get off the pot, right? And so moving forward, I think I have the ability now, and I think I have, I guess, the courage to go ahead and make the changes that I felt were needed, but this gave me affirmation. And more than anything, that's what I'm taking away from this is, yes, what you really felt was not necessarily right and needed to change is you're on the right path. It's just time to start acting, and it's time to grow up and start making those decisions to be more successful and also to be more accountable to yourself. So it's definitely a big boy talk. I've never been to any type of business training event ever, so this is the first time I've experienced this. I've never really read any type of business training literature or coaching literature for that matter. I originally decided to work with Clay because of referrals that he actually had on his own website. So I came to him as a customer looking at Thrive15.com and knowing some of the local celebrities and powerful people that recommended using his service, so I used their recommendations without knowing him at all. If I hadn't seen those recommendations, I would have probably never worked with this company. And so I learned how powerful that is and how to apply that in my own brand as well. And I'm kind of off topic, but that's something that's super important that I've really come to accept as the biblical truth is you have to have reviews, you have to have an online presence and a reputation. Again, I wouldn't have come here without looking at his reputation, and so now I need to make sure that I'm able to do that for my brand as well. I've got to follow that same path. It's obvious. It's high energy, yes, and fun. He's very funny and makes it approachable and relaxed and calm. I never felt uncomfortable at all. The way that this facility is laid out, you're sitting at a desk. You have a lot of room and space, so you're not, crammed next to somebody. You have your freedom, and you feel like you're experiencing this really on your own, but also you have a group around you. So it's not too close for comfort, right? I'm not packed in here. I never felt like I was expected to perform or do something that was out of my own comfort zone. I was asked to comment and be part of it, and it was great. So I was never felt to be uncomfortable. I don't think they would have ever picked on you or put you on the spot or made you do anything that would seem silly. Everything was applicable here. And so working with Clay, I do this on a weekly basis. I meet him, so I know his personality, and it's infectious, and it's something that I don't think I would be comfortable without as a business moving forward. He, in my mind, is my mentor in that I can always think, what would Clay do, and how would Clay react, and remember all those things that we've touched on. So it's not bullshit. That's one of the most important things that I do want to say. Like, as a business owner, I'm sure that all of us are bombarded from day in, day out, all day long with requests or demands, or I can do this for you, I can do that for you, or this magic or whatever, especially with marketing. And this isn't some bullshit story. This is hard work. You have to do it. And if you're not going to do it, it's not going to work for you. So if you're willing to follow the steps, they're very clear, real things that you can apply in your own business that anybody with the ability and with the drive to do so can achieve. I fundamentally believe that. So from a cost perspective, I don't know that there's probably any other type of seminar that's comparable to this. I don't know. I'm sure there's things that cost a lot more money and don't really give you any kind of results except vague results. And this is step by step. First we do this, then we do this, then we do this. It's an actual plan that you can apply into your business. Maybe not all at once, but again, I'm going to go home in the next week and take even just one thing I've learned, and I know it's going to make a massive change in the way that we earn money. I'm pleased already. So even if I only took that one piece away, I know that it was beyond worth it. You're really truly missing out on an authentic experience, and you're missing out on an authentic team. This, again, I have to really underline that because it's really hard for us to find trust online. I'm personally in the jewelry business, right? My entire business is about reputation. It's about honesty and about integrity because I want you to trust me and come buy my diamond or whatever, and that's a big part of my industry. I think that's probably a big part of this industry as well. And so if you're listening to me and you want to have that testimonial, check me out. Look at my company, look at Spexton and learn about us and know that I'm a real person that is here in person and I'm able to work with this team, and honestly, they're doing what they say they're going to do. I don't think that you're going to come here and feel like you've missed out. So if you don't make the decision to come, I think that's your loss. Yeah, definitely.